What is up, everybody? Luke Jacobi here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not Luke Jacobi. That would be I know. You already dealt with me yesterday. Don't worry. I'm not doing the show today. I promise. Luke Jacobi is back in the driver's seat. He just went to go pee, so I figured I would just sort of step in for him. But forget it. He's back. Let's run the intro, guys. Let's run that intro. Producer AB, are you paying attention? Run that intro.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Benzinga Nation, jam-packed show today. Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today. Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies. Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna, the best trade idea resource out there. Boom. All right. Look at that. We've got Spencer Israel out of here. What's up, everybody? Brewster AB, how are we doing today?
I'm good. How are we doing?
Doing well. For those of you who are joining us, this is the Power Hour. This is the Stock Idea Show. The whole point of this, the reason why we're doing this, volume too loud. All right, we'll work on that. But the whole reason we do this is we want this to be the best trade idea resource out there. That's what we're going for, guys. If we are not delivering on that, you guys have mechanisms, to come back. Is it still loud? Is it still too loud?
I think you're okay now.
All right, I'm okay now. All right, good. All right, so we're going for trade ideas. Somebody's saying Luke shaved. Yep, I did shave. I had my Spencer Israel beard going. It's gone. So let's rip it. Let's rock it. Let's roll it. Let's get running and gunning, guys. I've got a big, long list of tickers today, Producer AB. I'm gonna tell you what I have on my radar, and then why don't we just jump straight into it and grab one out of the chat to get started. All right, but on my list, on my radar today, I've got New York Times, Peloton, Lumber Liquidators, Voyager Digital, Leslie's, and just like some general market thoughts. Where do you want to start?
Do you say you have a lumber stock in there?
I have Lumber Liquidators, ticker LL. Lima.
Lumber Liquidators.
All right, so how many tickers is this? Let's count this out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have 6 stocks to get through. That's just from my list.
All right.
What do you think? Should we do 6 stocks, 10 minutes?
We better get
fast?
going.
You want to rapid fire them?
We better get going.
All right, and then Happy's got a ticker in the chat. SOS, I'm going to throw that on the list. Now we're up to 7. And then SKLZ, let's do Skillz too, 8. All right, we're going to do a sprint, okay? How about we do 8 tickers, 8 stocks, 16 minutes, 2-minute stocks. CarLotz, we'll do CarLotz too. Now it's 9.
Oh, boy.
This list is growing. All right. So first things first, Producer AB, I am highly frustrated with you. First ticker on the radar. All right, we're just hitting it. We're diving straight into it to ticker NYT.
Let's do it. Wait, why are you frustrated?
Oh, and Kodak. Oh, my gosh. Yes, Kodak is 100% going on the list. We're at 10 stocks. All right, 10 stocks, 15 minutes. Let's go. We're doing a speed run. All right, if anybody is out there in Benzinga Nation, smash that like button, share the stream. We're about to do a stock speed run. 10 stocks, 15 minutes. Let's go through them. NYT hit. Remember, Producer AB, do you remember I pitched my short thesis on NYT and then made a short trade on the stock on Monday?
I do. I remember. Yeah.
Live on the show, I made the live options trade.
Yep.
All right. So it hit. It hit. Let's go. Let's scroll down to these NYT calls, okay? Or puts, sorry. All right, check this out. NYT. 42%. My puts are up. I accidentally sold them, Producer AB. Nobody told me. You didn't tell me. Benzinga Nation didn't tell me. Okay, because I literally just did a lesson on selling puts. It was a put selling lesson. And I meant to buy puts on NYT because I had a short thesis into earnings. I said this is like a little bit of a YOLO earnings trade. The thesis is that the news cycle is way died down. That the analyst estimates have still been high. And so the trade hit. I got the direction right. I got the strike price right. Everything was right, except for the fact that I literally sold them instead of buying them. So I would have had a 109% return, but because I had it filled out on the default sell, I accidentally sold the put, so now I'm down 109% on the trade. What in the literal fuck?
We need to get the opposite of an air horn for that.
Yeah. So if you followed me into NYT, congratulations to you, because you probably did not make the same simple mistake that I did. When I was taking everybody through the trade. We picked out the strike, we picked out the time horizon, we did all that. I did the full thesis. It was like a 10-minute stock pitch. Okay, guys, everybody watch me. I made the trade live on the screen. Nobody told me that I hit sell instead of hit buy on the puts. God damn it. Okay. All right, so there's the first one on the speed run. Basically, NYT takeaway. The thesis was right. Sometimes it's better to be right than just to it's better to be right than to make money. Sometimes, you'll hear Spencer Israel say the opposite. It's better to make money than to be right. Well, sometimes it's just better to be right. All right, so that's the deal there, guys. All right, on to the next one. You want another one, producer AB?
I want more. I want more.
All right, we're doing the speed run. If you guys are just joining us, we're doing a speed run. We're doing 10 stocks, 15 minutes. Like the stream, share the stream. We're running and gunning. Next one, Peloton, ticker PTON, Papa Tango Oscar, November. Stock is down another 13% today. Basically, they announced a recall on their treadmills. This is my trusty Benzinga pro.benzinga.com. If you want to start a 2-week trial, it's free, totally non-committal. Go ahead, start that 2-week free trial. But all right, Peloton stock down 13% on that recall. Basically you've got analysts coming out against it. Remember we had that bad news about the death, and like there was the warning that came out from the government. I've been a hater on this one for a while, but I think it's just too much of a risky one to hit it short. The reason why I want to do this one today is, one, to highlight the price action. I mean, this is a falling knife, right? It has not found support. I mean, there's really not a ton of support in sight. Maybe if you go all the way back here, you have somewhere around the $80 level. So I want to throw this one out to Zinger Nation. If you guys like Peloton, throw the 1 in the chat. If not, throw the 2 in the chat. I've been a long time Peloton hater because my opinion is that all fitness fads are exactly that, fads. They are not here to stay. They don't stick around. I can't think of a single one that stuck around other than basically the advent of working out, which happened in the 70s. Producer AB, as we wait for these 1s and 2s to come in from Zinger Nation, and guys, you cannot abstain. You have to vote one way or another. Producer AB, do you have an opinion on the stock?
On Peloton, I'm short Peloton. I mean, even from this point,
are you bearish on it, or are you actually short it? I'm bearish on it, but I never actually shorted the stock. I think it's a really hard stock to short with the timing.
I'm bearish. I'm not actively shorting it, but I'll see if this comes up a little bit, like maybe back up to, if it goes back up 100 or something, then maybe I will open a short position on it. I just think it's very overbought. I mean, I think their whole business model of selling these really expensive bikes and treadmills, they have a very small, customer base. Like the amount of people that can actually afford to buy a $3,000 stationary bike or however much it is just too small. I'd rather take that $100 a month, you can pay for it, get a gym membership, and then you get the, stationary bikes at the gym and the racks and the, dumbbells. You get everything for the same price that you get for the bike and the Peloton. So
great comment out of the chat too, coming from Hacksmom. Horrible timing with Peloton when most are headed back to the gym as well. Yep. No bueno. Again, it's one of those stocks that I've been bearish on forever. I think you're spot on, producer AB. In the chat, we threw out to Zinger Nation. Literally nobody is bullish on this one. All right. I mean, that's we got some fair weather fans. There were a lot of bulls in this one when it was, we go back a month. It was still off the highs. There was a lot of bulls. But all right, you wanted the lumber name. Again, guys, we're doing the speed run. 10 stocks, 15 minutes. Next one up on the radar, Lumber Liquidators, ticker LL Lima. Stock is down. It's off 11% today. This is coming after a bad Q1 earnings report. So here's my thinking here, producer AB. Tell me what you think of this. I was trying to dig in. The numbers didn't look horrible. The guidance was fine. There was no commentary that really stood out to make me want to be a hater of this stock. But basically, here's my thinking on ticker LL as to why it's down. If you don't know, right, the name is pretty straightforward. They sell lumber, they sell flooring, they sell all that sort of thing. The reason why I think that it's down amid increasing lumber prices is because it's the lumber producers who are making money off of those increasing lumber prices. They're a reseller, right? They don't own any forests or grow their own wood or anything along those lines. And so because prices have been increasing, they haven't seen significant enough margin expansion to offset a decline in sales from increasing lumber prices. There was a lot of energy built into this report. So that's basically my thesis there on ticker LL. I actually sort of like it on this down day. I'm not going to get into the stock right now. I always want to wait for a stock to catch some of its footing. I don't want to pick the falling knife. I mean, and then, it's at 1750 before it reverses, right? So I actually sort of like this one off of that thesis. You're going to have quite a while before there's any real catalyst on the stock again. It's not like it's a PR heavy company. I mean, we probably won't hear from the company at least until their next quarterly earnings report. So that's where I'm at on ticker LL. Producer AB, any opinions on that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think, as you said, I think if we continue to see lumber prices where they're at, this could be a good buy. And we could see this go up about 10, 15% easily. But, if lumber starts coming back down to earth, maybe that will scare some people off the stock. But, Luke, I was thinking maybe we should just get into some straight up commodity trading. Maybe we should just start trading
lumber names.
No, let's just start trading lumber on the commodity markets.
Just trade lumber futures.
Yeah, trade lumber futures.
I don't even know how to trade lumber futures. I bet we can figure it out.
Let's do a lesson. Let's get someone who knows. Actually, I have the perfect guy.
Come on, we can do that too, or we can just try to figure it out. Lumber futures. Is it as simple as this? No results. Lumber. What if we type in lumber? Nope.
Do they have commodity futures on Interactive Brokers?
For sure.
Oh, Christian Gallagher said he would love that. All right, Christian, we're doing it. We're going to do a lumber futures or just commodity futures lesson in general.
All right, so you can deliver for us on that one, Producer AB?
Yes, sir. Mark it down. Write it down. I'm writing it down right now.
Boom. All right, there it is. So all right, speed run. First 3 down, 7 more to go. Next up on the radar, ticker VYGVF. Can't leave out my Voyager Digital, especially when it has news, even though I'm not in the stock right now. I'm pretty much even, right? I wanted to do some bottom picking, and I didn't. I regret it. I bombed out of the stock in the 24s, somewhere in the middle 24s. Basically, I sold the stock on the Coinbase IPO day when Coinbase could not hold its opening price. I viewed it as negative for the whole group, which ended up being right. But Voyager has been like shot out of a cannon and it has reversed. And charge back ahead, even though the rest of the group has continued to stay depressed. So for all of you Voyager bag holders, congratulations to you. Shout out to you. Today, big news out of the stock in case you missed it. Let's pull it up really quick. I think this is actually huge. But Voyager Digital is the Market Rebellion are going to launch an online brokerage for stocks and options. Huge news. Huge. They're working with Market Rebellion. Do you know who the Market Rebellion guys are, Producer AB?
No, but they sound awesome.
Okay, they sound awesome. They're the Nigerian brothers, John and Pete Nigerian.
Yeah, the ones with the ponytails.
Yeah, I actually got a sweet shout out on Friday. All right, this is going to be an aside from the stock, and then we'll get back to Voyager Digital. Check this out, Producer AB. All right, maybe not. Maybe the internet doesn't want to load. Check this out, John Nigerian.
There we go.
Just follow Friday. Sort of dope.
There we go.
Above Jason Raznick. That's the most important part. Again, that comes back to the whole being writer making money thing. Yeah, that was solid. He's got 200,000.
We have a lot of past Power Hour guests on there.
Boom. But again, guys, going back to the stocks, doing the speed run on the stocks again. Like the stream, share the stream, hit that thumbs up button on your YouTube. But Voyager Digital, forming an online brokerage, I think this is huge, especially since they're going to have the Nigerians with them. I bet that they drive users. I mean, Voyager's been adding a shit ton of users, so they're not only going to have the most crypto coins out of everybody, they're also going to have the most number of users. They're also going to be offering stocks and options. I think like they're maybe solidifying themselves as the best Robinhood challenger. There's a lot of Robinhood challengers. I think that they're in a decent spot for it.
What about what's the other one, like SoFi Capital or something that's supposed to be a Robinhood challenger from Chama?
Come on, you know about SoFi. It's a SPAC deal. Chama. Oh, I got another good one. The CEO of SoFi hit me on a DM on Twitter too.
Oh wow,
we're making moves, Producer AB. All right, Benzinga's blowing up. Zinger Nation is taking over. Okay. A DM from the CEO of SoFi, I mean, that's pretty impressive. If you hear
Zinger Nation, you know, y'all
talking shit. He said, your show sucks, dude. That's what he messaged me. But hey, it was, I appreciate the acknowledgement.
Hey, feedback is feedback.
Yeah. So anyways, I think that I am going to take a crack back into Voyager Digital. What I'm going to do before I get long this stock again is they're going to have their earnings report coming out sometime in the middle to end of May. So in one to 2 weeks, I would guess. I want to rerun the numbers and come up with a new earnings estimate based on those numbers. They do have a new the way that I analyze this stock and come up with estimates for earnings is that on their website they publish these investor relations decks. I go through those and I basically use the user numbers, the net deposit numbers to back into the number of people that are added to the platform. From there, I estimate revenue per user and use that to project their financials. I've done it a ton of times. I post it all on Twitter as well. So basically, I want to dig through those numbers real quick before I get back long in the stock into earnings. But I like this one. The move into equities, I think, is huge. We got to figure out the timing on that and that sort of thing. But let me shout out this one. Anybody else is still in Voyager Digital? If so, throw me the 1. If not, throw me the 2. All right, I'm curious where everybody's at there. But all right, guys, we're on the speed run. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 10 stocks down on the speed run. 10 stocks, 15 minutes. Let's keep it going. Ticker LESL, Leslie's, Lima Echo, Sandy, Lima. This is my pool supply stock. We're long this one. We've been long this one for a while. It's another one of those trades that we got long on the show with. I love making these live show trades. Let's find it in the live portfolio here. Let's show you guys what exactly we own. It's the 25 strike calls. There it is. Boom. All right. I don't know why we're not getting quotes on it today. None of my options look like they're quoting today. But basically, Leslie's, we own the 25 strike calls. So we're way in the money there, right? So we have the 25 strike. The stock's already up to $30. So we already made $5 per call right there. Wow, the group is mixed on Voyager. Awesome. So I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna let this one ride into earnings today. Producer AB.
You know what? I like that.
I'm gonna go.
I sold some options last week before the earnings came out on the respective stocks, and it didn't work out for me. And so I like that. If you got in for the thesis for the earnings, then you got to stick it out through the earnings, right?
Yeah, and so I think we have 4 calls, which represents 400 shares. We're up $5 per share. All right, so we're already up $2,000 on the trade. That's decent for a swing trade. Could we blow it up tonight? Absolutely. Could we double it tonight? Absolutely as well. I'm letting it ride again. The thesis was earnings. I typically bomb out of these things right into earnings. We bought this with the thesis earnings. Let me remind you guys what happened to their closest publicly traded competitor, Pool Corp, ticker POOL. Look at this nice earnings gap that Pool got. I would love to see a gap like that on Leslie's tomorrow. So, producer AB, we're rich, we're retiring, we're never doing the show again. Okay. So that's my move on Leslie's. All right, 5 out of 10 down. Ticker. Now we're pulling them out of the chat. Those were my 5 stocks to talk about. Again, we're flying through these. We're doing rapid fire power hour stock session. Again, guys, hit that like, hit that share. Let's keep burning down the list. This one, ticker SOS, out of the chat. This is 1 year daily candles that we have up on the screen now. I'm gonna zoom us into the 5-day right here. Gotta love that momentum, right? If it were me getting into this thing, right? If I was trying to make a day trade out of this one, I would wait. I would say let's smash through those all-time highs, right? It looks like the high tick of the day is at 473, 474. If it clears that, I would smash that thing long. If not, I'm just sort of hanging out on the sidelines watching this thing go. But I don't know. Shout out for all of you SOS bag holders. I mean, this thing has been a dog forever. Maybe let's go back a month, back 3 months. I mean, it's been brutal for all of you that got into this in the 10s and the double digits and that sort of thing. Again, it looks really nice on a day trade. I'd be waiting for it to clear out those day highs, and that's when I'd be hitting it. Any opinions on this one, producer AB?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if I'm going to get into one of these crypto mining plays, I might pick a different one. You got Mara, you got Can, you got Hive, blockchain that we had on the list or on the show yesterday. People talk about, I think SOS is in China or Hong Kong or something, and people seem to be like kind of scared. I don't know if you have an opinion on that, Luke, about trading like Chinese stocks. There's been a history of some misreporting of numbers, stuff like that. I don't know.
But I don't think that's the case here. They did put out the catalyst today is that they did come out and put out their 2020 numbers, and they showed $4 million of profit for the year versus $1.5 million in 2019. Nobody, I don't think, is buying this for today's numbers. I think they're buying it for the future of what crypto mining looks like. So I don't think you have to worry about numbers on this thing. Bill Big D, by the way, chiming in, always has good advice. One of the solid members in your nation out there. He's saying dump the Leslies. I know that's probably the thing to do. Have a couple G's on it, but whatever. We're gonna let it ride. I think maybe we'll dump half the position. Well, how about this? Producer AB? Well, so I'm not getting my quotes on my options and my interactive brokers right now, so I don't actually know where this thing is trading. I'm guessing that it's at about $5. I mean, maybe we can pull up a chart and see where it's at. Oh my God. What did I just guess that it's trading about, Producer AB?
Right around there, right?
I just said it's trading at right about $5. It's literally 5 on the dot. Let's fucking go. But all right, yeah, maybe we dump half of this one. We're putting this on the list and putting the double star next to it. That means we're coming back to it before the show's over. Maybe we'll get rid of half the position into their after hours earnings report. All right, next up. Again, 10 stocks, 50 minutes, sprint. We're doing the stock sprint, guys. This one's also coming out of the chat, ticker SKLZ. So it's Sandy, Kilo, Lima, Zulu, Skillz. I don't know. Is there news on this one? Okay, this is a Kathy Wood stock.
Yep.
Canaccord Genuity's maintaining their buy, lowering their price target to 30. They did that after hours earnings yesterday. Let's look at the numbers really quick. And I'm just going to blow right past what their quarterly results are, and I'm just going to jump straight ahead to the guidance. Guys, when public companies release earnings, it's something that they have to do every quarter. Typically what they do is that they'll oftentimes say, hey, here's how much money we expect to make in some future period of time, whether it's the next quarter, the next year, whatever that may be. It's more important. It's more important than what they did in the past quarter, what they say that they're going to do. So Skillz, we've got guidance 336 to 370. That's a big range. 336, 375 for the year. That's what they expect the revenue to be versus the 369 estimate. So the guidance is weak. They do announce the former Airbnb CFO. That's sort of interesting. Stock's down 5%. Based on those, I don't know this stock or this company. Based on those numbers alone, I like it off of those numbers. The chart looks ugly as hell. I don't like it on that. But if it's just based on the chart, it's just based on those numbers, I sort of like it.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the chart, I'd like to see a little bit of a curl back up, some little uptrend before I get into it. I'm not trying to find the bottom on anything, although it does look like it's come up a little bit from its bottom. But yeah, let's keep an eye on this one, Luke, because I like when you're able to go through the numbers, find some good financials. I think you got a good idea by looking at those numbers if it's going to be profitable or not.
Boom.
Jake Jacobi in the chat.
All right, I'm going to hit ticker LOTZ, CarLotz. Next one. We're doing the speed run, guys. If you're just joining us, we're doing the stock speed run. We're doing 10 stocks, 15 minutes. You already missed 7 of them. 3 more to go. We have 5 minutes, Producer AB. This one, CarLotz out of the chat. I don't like any of these names at all right now. I am this is what we're going to do on the show tomorrow, Producer AB. Tomorrow, we're going to go through my entire portfolio. Check this out. I own a ton of stocks. This is my live brokerage account. Oh, I just closed it. Let's go back really quick. This is my live brokerage account. Maybe we can go back. Maybe we can't. Yeah, there it is. All right. I own a ton of stocks, right? If we just scroll through them, I'm going to go through tomorrow on the show. We're going to export this to a CSV. We're going to go through every single position, and we're just going to clear out junk, right? Like there's junk in here that I don't want to be owning anymore. I don't want to be shorted anymore, right? These are a mix of both long and short positions. We're just going to go through and tighten it up, clean out the junk. There's a lot of stocks that I'll get into it and just sort of let it linger. It's a problem that I have. It's not a good thing, but that's what happens. Big shout out Ruel Black in the chat. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. You search Ruel Black YouTube. Boom, you will get to it. Great channel. But CarLotz, I don't like these names at all right now. The energy's against them. The momentum's against them. I did hop back into some of the SPACs recently and then sold calls against them. At least I covered my ass a little bit by lowering the cost basis by selling calls against the stock positions. But I'm back to bearish on these. I'm not a fan. So I don't know. I'm definitely not a buyer of CarLotz right here.
Yeah, I know we've talked about this before, but kind of feeling as if the reopening, recovery, COVID play has kind of played out. So I agree with that. I think I want to see CarLotz. We'll see if we see CarLotz just like Skillz we were looking at last. If we see it get on that uptrend, then maybe it can get a little more enticing. But the chart now, when you see something just down that much, And I know we've had some choppy market days the past couple of weeks, but if you look at SPY or anything like that, the market hasn't looked like that. So if you see a stock like that that's been kind of tanking like that, I need to see some recovery before I get in.
Yep, agreed. And the chat is definitely absolutely not with us on this one, producer AB. There's a lot of CarLotz lovers out there. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to throw it out to Zinger Nation. You cannot abstain, right? You have to pick one way or another. If you guys like CarLotz, ticker LOTZ right now, throw the 1 in the chat. If not, throw the 2. This is definitely the most controversial one that we've brought up. Everybody's on the same page. Nobody likes Peloton right now. The New York Times one, yes, so we all agreed that was depressing. Lumber Liquidators, Voyager, right?
Before we get to Kodak, you said no one likes Peloton right now. I want to show you. I need to show you something real quick. Let me share my screen.
Spencer Israel owns a lot of Peloton.
He also owns a lot of Doge. I was trying to get him to sell some last night.
Spencer Israel holds, I think his whole portfolio is a combination of Peloton and Doge.
So look, we tweeted out this article. Peloton plummets on treadmill recall. Look who's long. Our boy.
Oh, shit. Let's get him on here.
Hop on. I did. I asked him what to hop on Power Hour right now to talk some Peloton. We got to get him on. We got to hear his long thesis.
All right, I'll text him. Boom.
Boom.
All right, we'll have to do that. We got to bring the boys back in a minute.
Back to you. Back to Kodak.
All right, free Kodak. Free Kodak, 1-year chart. Kodak Black here in the screen. All right, still a hater of this stock, still a seller of this stock. Okay. I don't know why somebody threw this in here. I don't know if it was a joke. But look at this one. I bet Jason still likes Peloton. We'll have to ask him. He gets here. All right, but all right. Free Kodak, KODK, Kilo Oscar Delta Kilo. Stock's going sideways. It's like a whatever thing. I'm still a hater of this stock. I don't know why somebody threw this in here. I think they do it to troll me because every time that Kodak comes up, I get so triggered. All right, I'm going to zoom it out. I can't help myself, producer AB. I'm going to go on lecture mode. I'm going to zoom this out. Here's a 10-year chart of Kodak. We don't need to go that far. Maybe we need to go to 5 years. Here's a 5-year chart of Kodak. Look at every couple of years, whenever something becomes like the big hot new thing, Kodak comes out and they says, boom, we are that company. So check it out. Late 2017, into 2018, crypto was the hottest thing, right? It's when Bitcoin made its 20K run. Kodak says, we are no longer a camera company. We're not the Kodak company that you used to know and love and trust. We are now a crypto company. Stock pops like in a massive way. $2 to $12, right? Boom. All right. And then this year, coronavirus, right? All the COVID stocks, those are the runners. Everybody loves the COVID stocks. Kodak comes out and says, boom, we're now a COVID play, all the way back down. Okay, any company that does this consistently and over and over and over and over again, it's like every time that something's hot, boom, that's what Kodak does. I think it's like swindling. It's not. It's you're suckering all the money in, right? You're suckering all the retail money in there. That's why I'm a hater in Kodak. I've always been a hater in Kodak. First time for the day. For whoever just trolled me by bringing Kodak up again, because I can't help myself and I just get triggered. Okay, you did it. You win.
China.
And so there you go. All right.
You call that swindling. You call it the management team being opportunistic, yada, yada. I think it's versatility. I think it shows. Well,
I hit the Donald Trump China button is because in one of Trump's China lectures, he went on and on about Kodak and how Kodak is going to help us fight the coronavirus. So sort of a Trump
full circle.
It was a Trump pump. Okay. All right, last one. We're doing the power run. If you guys are just joining us, we're doing 10 stocks, 15 minutes. Last stock of the day, stock number 10, also coming out of the chat. Let's zoom this one way in. We want to look at daily candles on this one. Coinbase coin. It's been about 3 weeks now that this thing has been trading as a public company, has not been able to find its footing. Valuation is monstrous. The ratios are not crazy by any means. If anybody's going out there and they're looking at traditional valuation ratios and saying Coinbase is so overvalued, it's crazy, it's not. Right, the valuation ratios are aggressive, sure, but they're not insane by any means. I mean, let's look. Where's pull up a market cap for me, producer AB. I've got to get these Coinbase numbers.
You know what's funny about the market cap of Coinbase is I'm pretty sure last night Dogecoin's market cap surpassed Coinbase's, and guess what's not available on Coinbase? Dogecoin.
Yes, you cannot trade. Yeah, Voyager. You can Voyager Digital, BYGVF.
And another thing, I don't think Robinhood has been the #1 most downloaded app on the App Store since all the GameStop stuff. Robinhood last night.
Will you pull me a Coinbase market cap right now while I'm looking for this?
Yeah.
For these numbers. All right, here's the IPO day. It's gonna be right around here. It's 1 or 2 days.
So I'm seeing a
Before
market cap of about 57 billion.
57 billion. Okay, and then they had revenue. They gave us EBITDA. All right, check this out. Adjusted EBITDA, 1.1 billion for Q1. Okay, so 1.1 billion for Q1. We're just going to do really simple math. Yes, we're going to use the calculator. 1.1 times 4 is 4.4. And what was your market cap, producer AB?
Around 58 or 57 billion.
All right, so you have 57 billion divided by 4.4 billion. Is it 4.4 billion, right? They said they did 1.1 billion of adjusted EBITDA in Q1, so it's 4.4 billion of adjusted EBITDA. If you just straight line that across the year, right? It's a quick, very simple analysis. But that means that the stock is only trading at 13 times EBITDA. That is not crazy. Is that like a deep value stock? Absolutely not. No, it's not, right? It's not 8 times EBITDA. It's not 5 times EBITDA. But I mean, it's very much in line. Guess, producer AB, this will be the last one. Guess what the S&P 500 average EBITDA is? EBITDA to sales ratio. EBITDA to sales ratio.
I don't know. That's a hard one. What'd you say Coinbase's is? 8?
I'm sorry. Yeah, not EBITDA to sales. EV to EBITDA. Yeah. Coinbase I said is 13.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Average S&P's is 11.
Nope. It's a little over 15.
Okay, a little over 15.
Right.
Okay,
So if you compare it to the S&P 500, it's not like it's not like a crazy tech stock that's trading, way overpriced, that sort of thing. So I actually do sort of like Coinbase here. The thing that's going to give me a ton of conviction, right? That a monster Q1 crypto is hot. If they can maintain that, I think they're golden. I think it's a very serious buy at these prices. I'm adding it to the DD list to just dig a little bit deeper and see if I can get a sense as to how are Q2 numbers looking. But I actually sort of like Coinbase here. And we'll throw this one out to the chat. Last one, Coinbase. You like the stock? Hit the 1. If not, hit the 2. And that will be our stock sprint. 10 stocks, 15 minutes. I'm out of breath.
I like coin too. I might stay on the sideline though and wait to see if it gets a little bit lower. But look, this is going to be. The company appears to be the forefront leader in crypto. Trading all this and going forward. We know, Luke, crypto's not going anywhere, right?
Yes, correct. You got it.
It will be interesting to see if they ever add Dogecoin.
Yes, it will. But all right, producer AB, you have a hot interview to get to. I'm dropping my Twitter in the chat, guys. Throw me the follow. I throw a lot of ideas. A lot of the research that I do that we talk about on the show goes out on there first. Throw me the follow. Say hi, producer AB. I'm going to let you get to it. Does that sound good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, that was our stock sprint. That was nice. We got a lot of stocks in there. And now we have a very special guest, CEO of DUOT Technology, coming on. We play our little intro, and we'll get right to it. How's it going, Mr. Ferry?
It's going terrific. Thanks for having us today.
Yeah, of course. Do you want to, if you mind, just introducing yourself to our audience real quick, telling us a little background about DUOT Technology?
Yeah, sure. I'm Chuck Ferry. I'm the CEO for DUOT Technologies Group. We're traded on the NASDAQ at DUOT. I've been the CEO here since September 1st of last year. I replaced the founder and retiring CEO, Gianni Arcani, who's enjoying his retirement right now. Briefly about the company, we are a high-end technology company. We deliver 2 real, I think, breaking cutting-edge technologies, one into the rail industry, the second into the logistics and intermodal industry. With the rail industry, we deliver a thing called Rail Inspection Portal. Think of it as a large car garage full of optical, laser, and speed sensors. It then, a train moving at full speed progresses through that, and in a matter of 10 minutes, the entire train is scanned, 360 degrees, approximately 70 inspection points on each rail car at high speed. And in about 10 minutes, an actionable report is produced through a set of software and artificial intelligence, which our rail customers can then action on in terms of safety and velocity. So the other is a similar set of technologies that we employ with large logistics intermodal yards, only now we're talking about trucks entering and exiting these large yards.
So I'm just going to back up for a second because I want to make sure I got it right and everyone in the chat and audience has it right. So would be for the safety of passengers on the train or for the train itself?
Yeah. So right now we're primarily deployed with Class 1 railroads, which are moving, high amounts of freight on the rail lines. We have employed it with a transit rail before, but right now primarily it's with 3 pretty large Class 1 customers, primarily around freight. What they're trying to do is we're trying to help them improve what they call precision railroading. Precision railroading obviously wants to make railroading safer, but it also wants to increase the velocity because railroads basically measure themselves in terms of miles per hour per car per year. So anytime you have a rail car that's not moving, it's not making any money. So that's really what we're trying to help with.
Got it. Understood. So it seems like in a business like this where you're doing, a lot of work for other companies that are running trains, do you have a lot of partnerships already set up?
Yeah, we've been, I would consider our strategic partners really are the current Class 1 customers that we have. We do quite a bit of work and we're partnered with Canadian National, CSX and KCS. We're real privileged to be able to work with their teams. We love doing it. And then obviously we have relationships. One of our board members, Mr. Ed Harris, is the prior recently retired COO out of CSX and previously with CN. And he's been very helpful. He just recently joined our board. He's been quite helpful in helping us understand the rail industry from a more senior and strategic level. And on a go-forward basis, we're working to match up to that.
Got it. And then, so is that part of the new management turning around the business kind of post-COVID?
Yeah, it is. Folks that have followed us know that, we've joined and we talked about our quarterly earnings call where, look, we're trying to turn the business around. The business in the last several years has been primarily in a research and development mode. It really hasn't been it hasn't been profitable. And it's had some challenges in delivering, kind of on time, on budget. So I've been involved several times before in turnarounds, both in regular, I'll call them civilian businesses, as well as military organizations. So we're applying those principles here to DUOT. And we've already made a lot of progress in the last 8 or 9 months to make that headway. I think our current customers are a lot happier with that. And we've got more improvements to come, but now we're really getting into production mode. And we really think we'll be hitting it pretty hard this year, which is why we've been pretty, we've given the guidance that we have for 2021 and forward.
Got it. Yeah. So I understand from my notes I see. So you're guiding to 100% revenue growth. Is that correct?
Yeah, basically 2020 was a very difficult year, although the company was uplisted to the NASDAQ. I think it was in February, literally right after it was listed, we went into COVID-19. Customers fortunately didn't cancel any orders, but they certainly delayed them as everybody kind of paused to see what this was going to really do, inside these industries. Fortunately, as I kind of joined, good timing on my part, those orders began to come back in. We showed a pretty good showing in Q4. Going forward, we're guiding to $18 million. We finished the year at $8 million top line revenue. This year, we're guiding to $18 million for 2021. We're guiding to that primarily, and I feel confident about it because it's really relying on orders that were already in discussions with current customers. And then again, we got a number of opportunities that are outside of that would be accretive to that 18 million. But we've given guidance to that. I feel pretty strongly that if you want to run a proper company that's going to create value, you need to give guidance, and then you need to hit that guidance. And so our first 2 quarters, Q1 and Q2, will be a little light on revenue. That's projected. And then Q3 and Q4, the way our pipeline is coming out, will be very, very strong in order to hit that 18 million.
So, I don't know what that was. So I know it seems like a lot of, maybe other companies in your space, a lot of eyes on the Biden, infrastructure plan. What impact does that plan you see have on not only your company, but the industry as a whole?
Yeah, I think obviously infrastructure is a big deal, and railroad fits right into that. I think the Biden, as we're looking at it, and we have a group of folks that are looking at it in greater detail, I think overall it will be very, very positive for my business and others that either support the industry or operate in the industry. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see as those bills progress through Congress what they really mean. But we've been working to break into the transit railroad. We are working to win a bit of Amtrak work, and we're looking forward to that. Obviously, they stand to benefit from that infrastructure package in its current format, and so we're certainly think we're in a very good position to be able to assist with that infrastructure growth. Likewise, we have some other solutions that we're in discussion with, for example, agencies like Customs and Border Protection and high-speed railroad crossings as it relates to border protection. We know that the Biden administration, we believe, is more interested in using technologies to protect the border versus hardened structures. We will have to see how that plays out, but we think that will also be something for us to watch in our industry.
Got it. Oh, sorry about that. Can you? Oh, here we go. So just backing up real quick, what exactly is the kind of, I guess, benefit of doing freight transit? So, transporting goods via railroads as opposed to, on semis on the highway?
Well, I think there's an application for both, but the reason why I think this is an important way forward for the railroads is this. So the Federal Rail Administration, or the FRA, regulates all of the railroads in the U.S., similar to the way the FAA regulates the aviation industry, and for good reason. And so that the FRA has a set of regulations that requires physical inspections done by mechanical car inspectors to inspect a train from top to bottom anytime it departs a switchyard. And so that process can take anywhere from an hour to sometimes up to 3 hours, depending on the size and breadth of the train. Obviously, they're doing that in all weather conditions, sleet and snow, what have you. The railroads, because of course, they're on their own, they do quite a bit of maintenance, and that's a key part of their expenses. They also do an inspection of their trains when they're inbound or coming into the switch yards, so they can identify the trains that need maintenance to be done to them. Again, this can take several hours, and so what our system is really doing, and you can see it some of the videos that we have on our website, it's basically conducting that physical inspection that could take 3 hours or more, and now we're doing it literally at full speed at 45 to 70 miles an hour, and that full report can be processed and given to the customer in about 10 minutes flat, and can really, really increase the velocity of those trains, which is a key metric for all of the railroads, and as well as improving the overall safety aspect of operating these trains.
Got it. That's it seems like you guys have a lot to look forward to. I want to go back a few steps, and you mentioned the profitability. So where do you guys stand as far as, I understand, this last year is maybe tough, maybe not as profitable, but looking forward, what do you expect to see? Any projections? Is the company cash flow positive?
Yeah, no, great question. So look, when we get to an $18 million top line revenue, what that allows for us is to basically get to a break-even position. Again, historically, over the last couple of years, the company's not broken even; it's actually lost money. I feel very strongly, based on the pipeline that we have, along with some of the adjustments that we're making inside our operational and technical teams, we can absolutely at least break even at that $18 million mark. But what we really want to do on a go-forward basis is, instead of strictly focusing on revenue, which obviously is an important metric, we want to focus more on net margin and cash. So when we start talking about net margin, when we get above the $18 million mark, let's say up to the $22 to $25 million mark, which I think is very possible, given the interest that we have in our technology, we start now getting into net margins where we should be able to hit, I would say at least comfortably 12%, but potentially as high as 20% if we do our job correctly here, and which I've done in other companies before. More importantly is cash. Business of our size should primarily be, thinking about cash. What we've done right now, as we went through the end of Q4, when we ended Q3 of last year, we were about $4 million cash or liquidity on the balance sheet. When we ended Q4, we were still at about $4 million of liquidity or cash on the balance sheet. So what that meant was we're now working and operating off of our operating and net income, not trying to pull off of our liquidity. We were fortunate earlier this year with a couple of our shareholders. We did a private raise. We added an additional $4.5 million onto our balance sheet. So the intent there was to strengthen our balance sheet, make it more attractive to new customers. But right now, there's no intention to have to dig into that unless it's for a positive opportunity. The business on a go-forward basis, and we're doing it now, will operate on the cash that's generating from its operations.
Understood. So you mentioned kind of along the lines, like if you do your job, if you do it correctly, what does that entail for you? What are the next steps?
Yeah, I think next steps for us really is continuing on a set of improvements that we've talked about. So we've done, I call it, again, I'm a former infantry officer with special operations background. We call it upgunning the staff. So what we're really doing is we're making some adjustments. We've asked some people to leave. Don't particularly care to do that, but it has to be done. We're bringing in now A players that are really, kind of raising the level of expectations and performance. We've done that already with our hardware engineering. We've brought in a number of very, very talented electrical, mechanical, optical, and systems engineers, and that's allowed us to really accelerate some of the improvements that we wanted, as well as the speeding of the delivery of some of our products on the hardware side. We've done the same thing inside of our service desk, which services our customers directly. And we're also making similar moves in our IT, software, and artificial intelligence areas. So that, along with good, solid leadership and project management, it's just basic block and tackle, will actually improve our delivery with our current customers. They'll be much happier. That will drive future sales and better excitement about our technologies.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're really in that mode of kind of trying to take the next step. So I know I'm going to have my eyes to see what's going on with y'all. My last question is so on the AI front, I assume you're not building a lot of this AI software, programs in-house. Who are you partnered with for that?
No, actually, that's all done in-house. So our software and our artificial intelligence is self-performed, as is all of our hardware and IT engineering. And so we have a number of patents and IP that we have here in the company. And we're working on 2 additional patents right now for some new equipment that we've done. But right now, all that is performed in-house. We are taking a look at, to add, if you will, capacity. We've identified a number of outside sources on the hardware, IT, software, AI side. So when we take on large customers very, very rapidly, we have not just a self-performance, but we can also reach outside of that and have a bench of teammates that can help us very rapidly respond to new customers and new opportunities.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then actually, I know I said that was my last question, but one more. Just do you foresee any high-speed rails, any light rails being built anytime soon in the United States?
Yeah, I do. I think if you look at the Amtrak story right now, they're getting ready to deploy on the East Coast there. Their Acela train. That's a really big deal for Amtrak. That's a new piece of technology for sure. A big upgrade for them. And then the infrastructure that will need to support that, I think, will be very interesting to watch and see. And we're hopeful that they'll be successful and hopefully get to take part in that. But I think that is an example of what you're likely to see in at least the highly populated areas. I don't know if we'll see that kind of thing maybe going coast to coast, but certainly in the higher densely populated areas, I would expect to see more of that going forward.
Yeah, well, like I said, it seems like you're really in that mode, ready to take the next step. So I'm going to keep my eye on this. Trains and railways kind of have a special place in my heart. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, which back in the day was like the original hub of rails and trains. At the time that the Union Station was built here, it was the biggest train station in the world. That was around the 1904's World Fair.
Yeah, I think technology, railroads, they've been around for I think over 150 years. And they're here to stay. They got great infrastructure, great leadership teams from what I've met thus far. And we're glad to be part of that team and that industry right now.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us today, Chuck, and keep us in the loop. Any news coming, let us know, and we'll help you get that news out. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to keep my eye on this. And it sounds like y'all have some really exciting things going.
Sure will. Thanks for your time. It was good watching the show right before I came on as well.
Yeah, I hope you tune in again. It's a fun show. We like to have fun here.
Yeah, a lot of energy. Okay, thanks.
All right, Chuck. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, that was Chuck.
Good interview, producer AB.
Oh, I appreciate it, Mr. Raznick. How we doing?
Good. I want to get to some stock stuff that, very interesting company, and you did a good job. But I want to talk to some stock stuff. We have one of the biggest ones in my portfolio up 28% today.
Which one is that? Wingstop? Nope, Wingstop is down.
HAYW. You got to turn the screens, man. Oh, there you want to do that? Okay, fine.
Let's see. Let's go to this. 26%. Wow. So it went up from about $20 to just under $20 to about $25 right now.
You should change the scrolling thing on the bottom. It's a different thing now.
This thing?
Or I'll do it. Okay. See. No, the orange bar on the bottom. You had the stock of the customer you had on the client. Not client, but whatever, the interview. So I bought HAYW because of Zinger Nation. I was big into Leslie's, and two other people mentioned two other stocks. They mentioned Pool and they mentioned HAYW. I guess it was a SPAC or an IPO like a month or two ago. And will you look up Pool, POOL?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's usually the other way around. It's usually you giving the good stocks to Zinger Nation. Now they repaid the favor a little bit.
Yeah, so I bought it and taken off today.
Luke and I were talking earlier about he's got these Leslie calls, and he was talking about maybe selling some before their earnings tonight, or before the company's earnings tonight. But he wanted to just ride it out. So
I know why you say their earnings, because it's easier to say, but in written it's it. I want you to know that it's it when it's written. That's why I tell you that.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like all those little grammatical things.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to J school, so it's important to me too. But
so you went to J school, went to Jewish school? Is that what you're saying?
Journalism school.
I know what you're saying, but
I did go to Jew school too, but that was when
some people don't know you're talking about journalism school. So saying J school kills me because it's abbreviation. People don't necessarily know. Okay, and then but good job. And then there's a couple stocks I got killed on. And I don't know where I came to. I looked at my Benzinga Pro to see if I had a note on it, but ALK, I got gotten killed on. ALK. But that was
Zinger Group.
I didn't get killed. I have these July calls that I'm down 70% on. And this other one it's a May 21st calls. And this one was not me. This was someone else gave it to me. I got to look at my pro account to see if I can see it. ENPH.
Oh, this is I think this might be a VV play.
I don't know. I got to look.
Although it doesn't look to be like a biotech company, so maybe that didn't come from VV. But
ENPH. Let me see if it's on my watch list. Because I have notes on my watch list. VSTO, Voyager.
Wow, yeah, this one got all the way up to 175, and now it's back down at like 127. I
mean, I'm down so much on it, man. I can't even. I have calls and they expire this one, so I'm gonna lose on that. Right? See, when I'm up so much in the market, then I start buying these companies I don't know shit about, and this is what happens.
I've had calls that have been getting absolutely crushed the past couple of weeks too, and it's frustrating because at one point that each of them have been up like say 10 to 20%. Instead of selling them, I'm like, oh, that company's gonna keep going up. It's gonna keep going up. The calls are gonna keep rising in value, and instead they just start tanking, and it's like I could have taken 15% profit on them, and I didn't.
Yep, and you probably were confusing ENPH with KMPH. Daniel just mentioned, so that's probably true. No, that's what he's.
No, he's right. That's exactly.
E-Trade's having some issues this morning. You can't click on any.
Luke's interactive wasn't loading either.
Yeah. IHG. Maybe I should get rid of IHG hotels. Like
which one was that?
I bought 20,000 of Caesars yesterday before earnings. By the way, CZR, dude. Caesars. I bought that at 95 yesterday, about 25,000, and I sold half of it for a 6% gain. Yeah, I thought there was no way that they were going to miss earnings, and so it was so I was up like $2,000. Now I have 100 shares left.
It's kind of wild if you look at like pre-COVID, Caesars was only trading at about $70, and now it's all the way at 100.
I thought it was even traded lower than 70. No.
Let's see, right about 69. But it's just surprising seeing a company like that being 30% higher than its pre-COVID levels.
But the Leslie's I've been talking about, and we're up 30%. But then some people got hurt yesterday on Upwork because they didn't take off stuff and went to 53, 50, 49. It hit 36 today. So Bill Big D probably picked up some more. I had some May options that, just like what we talked about, I should have sold my May options. I did not. I still have my smaller position, but it was at 36. So, and Cal's talking to you. What's it? He wants you to have a professional look. Oh, he's liking your new look. He's liking your new look. He's liking it, man. You got a compliment. So I'm proud of you.
Yeah, me and Internet Enforcers and I have been talking to. We've been trying to step it up this week. So appreciate it.
He's giving feedback. He keeps me updated on your conversations. He wants the best for us. He's probably mad that there's only 300 people here though today. Why did you guys do something different with how this? There's always like 480 to 680. What did you guys do something different on the feeds?
No, I don't think so. We didn't have anything right after come on right after pre-market prep. So there was oh shoot. I'm sorry, I'm checking our Twitter DMs because we have some Hugh from Penny's Going in Raw wanted to hop on and talk some Peloton. We were talking Peloton earlier. Do you have an opinion on that?
Will Hugh come on right now and talk it?
Let's see. He said, shoot, I missed this entire thing. I would have loved that. I would have liked to come on today to talk Peloton, but unfortunately I'm pretty under the weather.
All right. All good.
Sounds like you might have.
How about this, man? I sold some Peloton yesterday. Look at that today. I sold some Peloton yesterday. Not enough. I'm sure it's down 40%. I sold let's see what I sold yesterday. If you don't believe me, I'll show it. I definitely sold Peloton yesterday.
Yeah, pull it up.
I bought Caesars yesterday, then I sold some Peloton. I sold 25 shares of Peloton at 96 and 94.
So wait, you shared them you sold them yesterday before the news came out today that they were recalling?
Yeah. I'm probably going to say I had insider trading, right?
Yeah, who do you know there?
Exactly, who do I know there?
Oh, that's great.
Here, I'll put it to the thing.
That's like when you made the
Express
call
Spa. Right?
What was that?
Were you going to say that's like when I had Express Spa or another one? Which one were you going to say?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, what was the company called that did the spas in the airports that became a COVID play? But you knew what I was going to talk about.
And then we got to talk about X in a second. We got to talk about US Steel in a second too. Okay, so yeah, those are my sales of Peloton. Sadly, I still own, I guess 100 shares. Like I said, I could have sold more yesterday. I actually I almost put orders in to buy puts yesterday too as a hedge, just to hedge my position in case it fell, and I didn't do it. So that's funny. Yeah, I love that Joel split on that news. That was hilarious. Yeah, I'm still long BTN. Why is someone racing Raznick? Who did that?
I don't know. Someone was also okay. Well, I think here's what happened: is there's this guy named Jake Jacobi, but that's like this guy's actual real name, I think. So now other people are making the joke doing it. I don't know for sure or not if this Jake Jacobi.
I'm bringing the chairman of BTN on the show probably on Thursday or Friday. I just got to figure out my schedule. I got to get with my producer Aaron Bree to schedule it. To be honest, we're gonna bring we're gonna bring them on. So
speaking of scheduling, we're doing a Clubhouse with Smile Direct Club CFO, and he's going to break some news with us next Tuesday. So get on Clubhouse next Tuesday.
I'm hosting it or something?
Yeah, we're doing it together. Yeah, you're going to host it with the Smile Direct Club CFO.
Cool. All right. And then,
What? Joe's got a funny comment. He said he's going to change his name to BA producer instead of AB. We do have Get Technical starting with Neil here. Neil's going to get upset.
Yeah, but I feel bad. There's not more people, so to make his little day easier. You know, like where is everyone? Are you guys not using Stock Market Live in the description? Let me see.
Yeah, okay.
What's your description for the show?
For my show? Or for the show?
Power Hour, yeah.
I did hot penny stocks, Power Hour, Benzinga Stock Market Live, tweeted it out. I think, I mean, there's a lot of different factors that could be going on, but I think that did hurt us a little bit this morning.
Why'd you do Benzinga Stock Market Live?
Why didn't I? I did. It's in the title.
Why did you?
Oh. That's what I thought we always do.
No, we never put Benzinga there. That's why it's not there. It's not even the top. I'm doing the search right now.
So we just want Stock Market Live.
You don't need to put Benzinga. Yeah.
Hot penny stocks, Power Hour.
And then when we're live, it should have a live logo, but whatever, like everyone else does. Yahoo Finance has it live. The other one has it live, and they have 1,800 people. Got to let people know we're live. They think it's a recorded thing. Right now, I know there's a little live thing, but not everyone looks at all the little details.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make it easier for people. Easier.
Whatever you did, it's starting to go up.
And another thing that you should do is, I'll share my screen, I guess. Okay. Hold on. I'll teach you right now. Okay. Hold on. Instead of talking, so I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share my screen. All right, Aaron. So look, do you see how this guy here has live in brackets here?
Mm-hmm.
So when the video is done, you take the live off. Do you also see this guy has the word live so people know it's live? So when I type in Stock Market Live, look what shows up. Well, the guy that has the name Stock Market Live, that makes sense, right? But he also has, live. Well, he has the name, but Yahoo Finance. They don't necessarily have live. They have the word live in the thing. So they already had 600,000 subscribers, so it made it a little easier. But Stock Market Live, and then we're all the way down here.
I did notice on
and it doesn't look like we're live. It just looks like you have a picture of me and Luke. And I don't know how exciting that is. Like I see AMC, I see a thing to the moon. It just doesn't seem like I'm no handsome guy to look at. Like, if I'm down 30, maybe I'll get, a few likes, but beyond that, I think you're wasting the graphic.
I hear you. Yeah, we usually have a live graphic on there, and I do think it'll benefit us too.
I know, but a
sexier
graphic,
right? That one's not enough to just throw the live on there. We need a whole new sexier graphic. I agree.
Yeah, NCAL, Yahoo's live all day. I mean, that's not new. They've always been live all day. Benzinga is live all day. There's some outages, but Dane Ware hates Benzinga. Sad. That's sad that he hates Benzinga.
Why is he here?
I don't know. The boiler room is the boiler room. Josh Brown is going to be out this Friday. It's at 11 a.m. I host it on Clubhouse. I'm probably gonna host it with Luke on Friday at 11 a.m. So keep that in mind, guys. On Clubhouse. And then, who are some of your upcoming great guests that we have on? We should be talking about that too. You gotta pitch the teases,
Yeah, no. So we do have, as I mentioned, Smile Direct Club CFO.
You said that one.
Yeah, let me pull the calendar up. Oh, tomorrow we have Vici CEO. So ticker VICI, which is actually a stock that I pitched here on Power Hour a couple weeks ago when I was in Detroit. And since I pitched it, the stock's up about 10%. Let me pull that one up real quick. But we do have to.
Someone wants us to have a late night show like 2 years after Money Mitch. 2 years? That's a long time to wait, man. Okay.
I think we do got to get over to Get Technical with Neil.
Hold on. And then look what this person said. It's been difficult to find the live shows this week, especially when they're all chopped up. I don't even know what chopped up means. I'm not watching the YouTube stuff as much these days. I'm relying on Internet Enforcer's expertise to make sure we're doing this stuff right. Someone says, guys, consistency is a fundamental rule of your business. You're compromising your business. What are we not consistent about? What's he talking about?
Well, one of the things we can be more consistent is doing like the start time. So Neil, we were supposed to start Neil's show 7 minutes ago, so we got to get over to that.
Start your show.
All right. let's wrap it up. But yeah, Vici CEO tomorrow.
And then if there's a previous show, put a date on it. And Internet Enforcer said, isn't there an upcoming event? Yeah, isn't there a small cap event? Like, like Sam L can help you. We got to mention our events that we have coming up. Got to promote stuff. We got to let people know. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, there's still lots of stuff to clean up, but as Internet Enforcers and I've been talking, we're never going to eliminate the mistakes, but we got to minimize them and make sure we're making better mistakes tomorrow than we are today.
All right, go to Neil's show, dude.
All right, we'll be back for more Power Hour tomorrow. Stick around for Get